Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field. Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go! Watch me set. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now a first down throw. Watson. That's complete to his running back, Connor. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 69 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Hands up. 56. 2 by 2. Move. Jim. Nice.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's got his man. This is Tate. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check nickel. That's the motion, Watson.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. first down. Titans gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Hey, watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2 by 2. Move. Bristol, travel. 2.
Now it's Smith running right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Mike 29. 65.
Smith trying to run for it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills' 12-yard line.
Mike 29. We own them. We own them. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Larry!
Here we go. Say.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
56. Hang on, you sit there. Watch the safety three.
Here you go. 368. 2 by 2. Move.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Vernon Butler. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Push it up. 19. Watch 56. Let's get the ball.
19.
Check 13. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Shift. Let him go. Shift, go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Hands up. Wait.
Mike 29.
Regular.
40.
Bravo.
29 is Mike 29.
Hands up.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Complete. Smith has it. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check.
Nice. Hey, Haywood.
Now Dalton. Roberts got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mike 29.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Regular. No. Off. Check 3.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
68.
Kill.
Defense offsides here. Freebie for Dalton. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Can. Hey, exit.
Mike 29.
To throw here, Dalton. This is caught by Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 50. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Slam, slam, slam.
First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Slam, slam. Under 10.
Up to the 4.
Check your hot read.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A little track jump. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Switch. Check safety, check safety.
24.
Wide, get wide. Check.
Look to the 4. Hey, alert. Hey, we got time to go.
After the interception, here's Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To try again after the sack. Watson. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Marquise Goodwin as time expires in the first half. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ninety-three, 52, 93, 44.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 on first down. It's Green. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
At 24, at 24.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Let's get it. 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Shoot.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And James has it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
19, 29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 31. Check.
On the run, it's Penny. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Dialed up the fullback dive that time. We'll see what they go to on 3rd down from the 1.
Yeah, they may have dialed it up, but it was repelled, wasn't it? Do you wag a finger back at the offense like a certain iconic NBA guy did back in the day, or do you just say, try it again, guys?
No, I think they wag the finger, but they got to get one more stop here, maybe 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd...
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! James Conner taking it in. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's caught. Smith. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Mike 58, right there. You go night-night. Some night-night. Slam. 24.
They'll run on first down. Connor, and he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, baby.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
29 is Mike 29. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Dalton throwing on second down. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
You got X3, 218, chop it. Hey, echo. 2x2. Move.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to counter. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, it's Green, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, They frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2 by 2. Move. Heavy. Go. We're good.
Alert 3. Check 52.
Recon, 132 fighter. Stop.
A give to Smith out of the gun. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ice. Hey, Steve 6.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go.
Dalton here from the gun. And Tate's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Throwing, Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Go get him.
It's do or die for Dalton. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may